All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
The Eminence in Shadow, Season 1, Episode 12. All right, here we go. Whatever this summoning thing is, I'm excited.
This dark gate.
Yes. I'm wondering if it's actually just going to yoink Diablos out from wherever they are or something like that.
No. It's going to summon just the arm, you know?
Just a gigantic arm that's going to, like, start crushing the city. I don't know.
It's going to be something where they had to fuse the arm in the burial space of, like, the ancient hero, and then Olivia is going to be coming out with this demon arm, and it's going to be crazy.
Something. But, like...
Or it's just going to be a whole bunch of just nonsense monsters just coming out as the church's, sealed enemies all come out, and Aurora at her full strength is behind them, you know?
Exactly. But I'm excited because I feel like this is one of the few times maybe in the show where I feel like there's an actual, like, real threat rather than like the threat that then Sid will, easily deal with.
Right, because Sid did his cool Chuny
I'm gonna show off how awesome I am.
Entrance and exit.
Yeah.
So why would he come back to save people's lives?
And this was established to be on a far bigger scale than what he faced. Granted, he dunked on, the weakened Aurora.
Right.
But like like, this ain't just some asshole that's gonna, like, eat setsu beans and, Hulk out, right?
No, this is something that could require all the girls to
I'm excited about that.
I'm excited about that, too. We did set up that they are all throughout the city. So given that the shield is gone and given that this is active, this is going to be a larger problem. And then we could have Alexia and, Oriana like try to like just maybe protect people's lives and stuff and do what they can.
A forced temporary alliance with Shadow Garden as they try and deal with this greater threat.
True. Yeah. So y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Wait,
what?
That's a different direction. Oh, that's a different direction.
Oh.
Wait, this is right near him. Oh. No.
And then it follows him?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You are being beckoned. Yeah, it's asking him to come
You
here.
fucked with the natural order. I love it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Whoa, cool.
Very cool.
I also like the idea that this is something where it's like, okay, your power is a bit too crazy. You're getting drawn into this space where there's just going to be like
a bunch of gods there, like,
or like a bunch of powerful beings that are like Aurora.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, so what the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
so you're the new kid on the block, huh?
Yeah. Right, but then we have a gate here still.
So does it bring him back here, or?
I mean, I love the glyphs. The glyphs are really cool.
Very cool.
I love the almost like thorny stuff coiling around the sides as well.
That smile.
Yeah, this is a bit odd, so I like that he's showing that he cares about the people at least a little bit. Ah. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Ah, fun.
All right.
Whoa. Yes.
Fantastic. Wow.
We could just let her die. What? Whoa. Oh shit.
Oh shit. But it was slime.
It was all slime. All in the blink of an eye. Yep, just pieces. What would he have seen? Oh no! Wait, no way!
Oh shit!
Ah! Everybody's in!
Alright.
Oh, fun. Well, this is cool because they'll have the tie-in to the rest of the world to be able to see whatever's in there. And
Yeah.
Well, oh no, I'm a prisoner!
Yeah. Oh my god.
The hands! Yeah. Whoa.
Okay.
This place looks modern.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Whoa!
Oh, they were the ones doing the experiments, or
Right.
Okay.
Oh, it's all coming back.
Okay. Very cool. What?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, this is fun.
This is really cool.
This is really fun.
ちょっと扉につきまとわれてて諦めて入ってみたらここだったんだ。
Right.
よくわからないわ。
僕もだよ。じゃあとりあえず来た道を戻ってみるよ。
待ちなさい。
Yeah. Could you let me go?
今あなたの目の前にいる美女はどんな格好をしているでしょう。
Whoa.
僕も昔そういうのやってたけど。
Oh my god.
Wait. Just like that. Bro.
Okay.
さて、私たち
Whoa.
の目的は一致しているわ。あなたは脱出、私は解放。でしょ？この聖域は
A memory prison. Whoa.
Alright.
中心にある魔力の核を壊せば、私は
Alright. Very cool.
あと気づいてると思うけど、魔力は使えないわ。ここは聖域の中心に近いの。魔力を練ってもすぐに吸い取られてしまうわ。
まあ問題ないよ。壊すのは得意なんだ。
Yeah.
あら頼もしい。ちなみに私はか弱い乙女よ。
Yeah.
一度ナイト様に守られてみたかったの。ここは
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Modern indeed.
英雄オリビアの記憶よ。かつてここは教団によって身寄りのない子供。
Whoa.
残ったのはほんのわずかな女の子だけ。これは悪魔つき。むごい。
This is wild.
This is getting really crazy. Oh, fun. A way to actually get to know her character and backstory before we get into whatever comes next.
泣いても何も変わらないわ。
Fuck.
ひどくない？
いいのよ。自分だし。
結局認めるんだ。
Whoa. I'm loving the imagery here.
Yeah, this is wild.
教団は魔人の細胞を子供たちに移植する実験をしていたのよ。
仕方なかった。魔人に対抗するには力が必要だったのだ。
結局どこまで真実かはわからない。記憶は時間とともに色あせ、作り変え。
Wow.
ともあれ成長し、
Fascinating.
力を得たオリビエには一つの任務が与えられ、彼女に与えられた本当の任務は新たなディアボロス細胞の搾取。
でたらめは行くか。
それは切り落とされてもなお生きていた。その肉を切り
Oh.
血を取って研究し、
Wow.
驚異的な生命力を得るため。 でもこれは
Uh-huh.
副作用も強い
Uh-huh. Yeah.
教団が真に求めるものではなかった
You just make little monsters, basically. Little mini Diabloses, yeah.
I'm loving the visuals of this.
Yeah.
貴様よりにもよってここを暴くつもりか。よせ見るな。
Wow.
間違いごときが知っていいものではない。
それを舐めれば莫大な力と老いることのない肉体を得る
Yep.
不老不死
Philosopher Stones. They
Yeah,
get,
yeah,
they get
exactly.
perfect bodies and everything.
この薬の名前は
雫だ。ディアボロスの雫。
過去のこいつ
Male pattern boldness.
でも今のこいつには
違うわ。髪が抜けたのは一つ。
Yeah. Okay.
Ah, the shame. Did she just do a little cross?
Yeah.
ディアボロスの雫は定期的に
Okay.
Ah, gotcha.
1年で
Well,
教団の最
yeah. There's a Knights of 12, yeah.
12人だったわねあなたたちはディアボロスの雫を未だ完全なものにできていない完成の鍵と見ているのは封印された魔人の体と英雄の子孫
Jeez.
Okay.
Here's our long-standing conflict here.
いかにも私は選ばれたナイツ・オブ・ラウンズ強欲のネルソン
Yep, just die. No transformation sequence for you.
Yep.
デルタ殺すのは上
Oh.
手引き出した後と言われていたでしょ
Oops. Yeah.
獲物を仕留めたかはちゃんと
Oh,
確認しな
perfect. Yeah, shatter the illusion now.
イプシロンたちはいないか分断された
Whoa.
Oh, that's bad.
防衛システムというわけね
So are Alpha and Delta gonna have to solo this guy?
教団に牙を向けたことをその身で食いるがよい
All right.
That is a wild episode.
What an exposition dump. Like they basically were like, "You ready for the main plot?
Yeah.
Here it is."
This one
We've
goes
been
up to
cooking it
11.
since the second episode.
Right. This one really cranked
All right.
things up to 11.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
We are
Okay.
all in on world building here. So
Yeah.
all the stuff that was set up in the second episode specifically of the way in which Alpha was basically a child that was experimented on
Right.
and basically
Yep.
tortured in such a way that she would become something else.
That was
Sid,
this.
Sid saving her basically was the indirect basically result of him kind of coming into this world and kind of shaking things up, but it basically domino affected into him and his Shadow Garden crew
Right.
effectively thinking that we're fighting against this because he mentioned the Cult of Diablos by the whole bottle there. And
Right.
it's this whole crazy world-spanning organization here that has been basically harvesting from just the arm, which I
Right.
love the idea here that Diabolos is, dead, obviously, defeated and everything. But, could get resurrected by some shenanigans. And that's being
Sealed away
saved.
or
That's being
whatever,
saved
yeah.
for a long time down here. So the scale is kept really fun by
Yeah.
having just the arm be the focus of the entire cult's goal, which is we draw cells from it, we put it into people, we give people power, immortal life,
Yep.
and all their wildest dreams come true and all that. But
Right.
it basically turns it into a drug, which then they're effectively addicted to because they want the power, but they
Right.
can't make enough of it to satisfy everybody because
Right. They can only have 12.
they can only have
so-
12. So they create their entire cult organizational structure around their limitation of interacting with the power system
Right.
that they have here. That's such a good, simple storytelling structure. From there, you can just go, oh, cool. And now we play with that.
Right. And that's
Yeah.
very interesting when you think about the idea of the one-off villains talking about I'm a
Right.
future Knight of Rounds.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
oh, okay.
Right.
But wait a minute. Future, given what we know now, what's happening within the Night of Rounds that's making it so that, like, you know, the membership is actually changing because it shouldn't be, right?
It
you know,
should not be.
Like, so that's interesting.
Which is fun because this guy, the 11th, feels like he's been kind of left behind, if you will, a little bit.
Yeah.
Because one, the Archbishop, who was, you know, around doing things before this, just died.
Right.
That feels like it was an inside job that, you know, Nelson could have organized here. But if he was the 11th, who would be, you know...
Right, was the previous Archbishop like
just
number 10 or 12 or just a front?
Or just a person to... Yeah. So we'll see, but the idea then that, okay, all of this to then prep young kids, basically, to be... either ones that they would incarnate the hero Olivier into, or become basically these vessels for experimenting the ways to perfect the beads of Diabolos.
Right, and so it's the, okay, well, maybe if it's, you know, if it's a genetic, like, twin or whatever to the hero, then that could be a way that they might be more receptive to the, you know, the cells, or, you know, like, experimenting with various different things.
We can take the data that we gained from Olivier and use it here as well, and it might have some bearing. I like that because it builds value in the Shadow Garden girls, basically, in that Alpha is a descendant of the hero, but has... narrative power, not just in the, she was given, you know, beads of Diabolos to try and, you know, experiment on her and stuff. But now she's effectively taking back this whole thing with her own power and shadows that she's been kind of granted as well. So it diametrically opposes Shadow and Sid against Diabolos by him being basically the other darkness that people draw power from.
Yeah.
And Diabolos is this ancient evil that we're not even touching the thing of him being resurrected anytime soon. We're just touching on the people trying to capitalize off of his corpse. Which is like, cool. There's so many scales of power beyond this that we're even dealing with right now.
Yeah, like this episode went so hard into the details that it really felt short. Like, we got so much stuff, and yet it feels like there's so much more. And so when the episode ended, I was like, wait, hang on. Like, we
just introduced about 50 new questions.
Right. Like, okay, we'll fight
like 5 answers.
Yeah, like some of them might fight 11 or whatever, but like we got a whole other episode potentially of exposition to go through.
Oh, at least.
Yeah, so
because the sanctuary itself being just a space that they could access through some magical gateway. Cool. This is a high fantasy setting. You know, the ability to just have a dimension that you could go into where you have beings of power contained is like, oh yeah, sure.
Well, they're already showing us other things that, you know, have like beg even more questions of like how modern everything looks in there, to say nothing of the fantastic job that they did with the visuals to just give this that mysterious, eerie, you know, like not able to be fully understood kind of vibe. Every time that, like, you know, you'd get an image that shattered, or like you'd get a different parallel image of like it being just a ruins in like modern times or something. I don't know.
Well, yeah. So what I get from that is that the sanctuary has long since been destroyed, right? But they use this place as a memory bank to draw information from for future stuff.
Sure.
So basically the sanctuary is a defunct research facility.
Right.
It's long since been abandoned and they're working on this stuff elsewhere. So the question I would have is that there was a fight here, and what I'm guessing is part of it, is that either Olivier fucked shit up here, just completely ruined this.
Sure.
The cult basically had to, you know, completely kill everybody here in this place because it went wrong in some way. But what that most likely means is that the arm is no longer here. It had to be moved, at the very least. It just wouldn't have been here anymore if this place got destroyed, right? Because whoever destroyed it then took it. Whoever destroyed it absorbed it or what have you, and is now carrying that kind of power. 3, the cult came and cleaned everything out, and they moved this to a much safer facility.
Right, because that's the other thing. So the cult and the Knights of Rounds being like, in bed with each other. Okay, cool.
Well, now it's just it was very obvious that they were. But
No, right, but
yeah,
but the at an organizational, like fundamental organizational level, rather than like
people
corruption level. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But then there is the possibility, given that this was the stuff that we see in like the images is so long ago, that one, we have someone who is still a Knight of the Rounds.
Yes.
That got old.
Right.
Then bald. Like,
and what I think it is that he hasn't been getting doses.
Yeah.
So he's been either abandoned.
Sure.
Or they've not been able to produce proper beads.
Yeah.
For certain members of the Knights of the Rounds.
Right. Or like he had a bit where he got cast out and he only just now got his way back in or something, right? Like there's all kinds of ways that this could basically be taken.
Yeah.
But if you think about the cult of Diablos as potentially being like if I'm trying to think like what would be the way in which the arm gets taken by another organization that could properly utilize it, store it, whatever, keep it contained, right? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't even have enough info yet to ask proper questions.
Yeah, because we basically had about 50 new questions brought up here. Main one that I have specifically is that is the cult of Diablos old enough, basically, in this world that they've already kind of won in that they have the process that they're working on, which is now more focused on reviving Diablos, and these tiny defective beads, basically, that have been finding their way into people in the minor conflicts up until now, are basically just
give Diablos a presence in this world so that way he can escape from his containment.
No. Just the idea that people at the higher up side of things are making executive decisions because they don't have to deal with the organizational infighting side of things anymore.
Okay.
They've already kind of, solidified their complete and total power from within it.
Actually, hell, that might be what the whole situation with the Knights of Rounds is.
Yeah.
Is that there was, of course, rebellion and all that stuff.
There was
infighting,
a power shift, yeah.
Right, because they're like, oh, fuck, we can only make 12 of these, right? So only 12 people get this immortality. And then that's why everything went to shit. And then there's the Knights of Rounds. They're separated now from the Cult of Diablos because the Cult of Diablos are the rejects, right? And they're still doing their thing or whatever, right?
Okay.
And then the Knights of Rounds then basically form the pinnacle backbone of this present society.
Well, they're just the strongest.
Right, because they're the strongest.
No one would be able to, within the organization, stand up to them, so they can just, might as right, make decisions for the cult as a whole. And if they're focused more on resurrection now, or they're focused more on making the experiments just be as, whatever means is possible, or consolidating power before they completely fall apart, depending on if this facility was their primary research facility, then they might not have current research that's able to go on things here.
Right, although if the Knights of Rounds are currently still going, then unless it's a situation where 50 years ago or whatever, they stopped being able to do this, and that's why Jack Nelson is old and everything now, assuming it's not that, right, then the Knights probably still have the arm and have the ability to produce these things so that they can continue being immortal and all that stuff.
Right.
But
yeah, the idea of this place being a memory prison, meaning that it's something where those people that were here working on this as well were also under some kind of restriction. They weren't necessarily able to be free and use any of the stuff that they gained here to give them, will to act and do stuff elsewhere. But really
Wild
cool
episode.
stuff. And yet when you break it down, there's really only 3 big reveals. It's the idea that the hero's descendants trace back to Alpha, or trace from Alpha back to Olivier. The children of the heroes or hero were used basically as proper, petri dishes for the cells of Diablos. And then the actual sanctuary that they've been, summoning heroes from are not even really summoning heroes from.
Maybe it's just summoning the memories.
It's just summoning the memories of them. Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, I like it.
It's not actual. It's not actual.
Hence
people
why
coming here.
Hence why, like in Aurora's case, she was weakened because it's a phantasm.
facsimile.
Yeah. And so now she might end up getting actually released, which cool. And she even has a handy name now if she wanted to join the crew.
Right, but then the other part of it is if the cult is going to be one of the primary antagonists here, they really can't have that much power right now, because if this facility still has the hand, if it still, or the arm, if it still has this spot here, they haven't been able to make more beads. That means then that
they have a critical dependency.
Or they've completely changed at some point in the last little bit.
Yep.
And they're on the...
and can you imagine if, like, some of the, like, say they have people that are working to make sure that the beads are being produced, and they just slip them a faulty bead instead of one of the perfect ones, or close to perfect ones?
Right. Yeah. And then all this is happening under the context of these gates came about, which I will say, here's a part that's worth maybe looking into here. The sanctuary that researches specifically the arm does not in any way remotely feel connected to Aurora, the calamitous witch, or what have you.
I think it is, in that Aurora was also one of the experiments, but just like over 1,000 years ago.
Oh, no, totally.
Okay.
Totally. But actually keeping her locked here. You don't put your really super dangerous prisoner in the same space as a research
Sure.
laboratory.
No, that's a great point.
So I think there's a possibility that part of what we're seeing here is not accurate with regards to her being a prisoner of the sanctuary, in terms of, like, I was meant to be here as a prisoner, but maybe it's I destroyed everything here. I'm the reason why it's broken.
That's the general vibe I was getting.
I'm not able to leave the actual sanctuary, but I'm totally free in here. And I need basically someone who can, fully break the...
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the next episode is going to be, I feel like, maybe not quite as crazy, because it'll probably be more like answers than questions comparatively to this one.
Right.
But yeah, this show just kicked it into high gear, and I'm very excited to see where it goes from here.
Yeah. I also want to say the images that we had of the place where Aurora was feel more like an experimentation part of the facility rather than an actual prison part.
Yeah.
Meaning that the area that she's in here, I don't even know if necessarily she's even a physical being. This is my kooky theory here. But she said, once you're free, what will you do? And she said, I'll vanish into nothing.
Yeah.
What if she's more...
just like a spirit that haunts the area?
Like she's more of something of magic, of something of...
Sure.
Like something more...
she is an amalgamation of the tortured memories of the people. And so, it's the... yes, I myself want to have respite, right? And just fade away. But... I mean, I don't know.
I think there's something there to the idea that if you had experimentations, some of them would be successes.
Yes.
And if Aurora's was the success,
right.
That's really fun. I want Aurora to stick around in the story long term because of but she said she'll vanish into nothing. So I'm trying to think in my head, like, what are the ways in which you can have a character that wants to disappear and die and be done, maybe?
Well, she has to vanish into the shadows is what she's got to do.
I mean, maybe. But I love the way that she's interacting and bringing this different side out of Sid. There's something in the way in which Sid is a monster. He is this cold psychopath who just...
Right.
He kind of cares, but he also just really doesn't. He really doesn't. And so the idea that he had an equal that he met finally and is like talking to and having these engagements here, I want the conflict with them to spill out into something more complex than
Oh yeah, no, like
who is stronger, you know?
right. I want her to join the crew because that just feels like it'll be a very fun shakeup of what we have thus far.
I think by the nature of what we've set up here, she will absolutely join the women group that likes Sid.
Sure.
I do not
Even if
think
she doesn't
she's going to
necessarily
be,
join Shadow
No, I
Garden
don't think she's even going to
specifically.
be friendly. I think she's going to be the like,
Oh yeah.
oh, I'm antagonistic. Like,
Okay. I mean, it could be.
I just love the idea that they fought here, like within this subset of the story, and like Sid didn't win. He beat the memory effectively of
Right.
her.
He beat the weakened version.
He beat the weakened version.
And granted, he didn't really seem to be struggling too hard.
no,
Right.
but
But yeah, it was the thing of the which I thought was granted this is previous episode, but I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
that was so fun in that it went into the whole like even in this world of magic and who's stronger and I am atomic, you know, right? That we have I'm actually able to have a conversation in a fight with you
Yeah.
rather than like just directly overpower you and everything, right?
it felt very Atris, Handmaidens, KOTOR 2 kind
Yes,
of stuff. Yeah.
because I will say that aspect of things when you're not dealing with like anime powers and stuff is legit.
Oh, it is
right?
legit.
If you have someone who is like the expert swordsman or whatever, it's not that they're going to be faster or stronger or whatever. It's that they just know how to do it better. And so if they're working with someone who is not as good as them, it's all a lesson.
Yeah,
It's just educational. That's basically what it is. And then once you actually get to the point where it's like, oh, okay, now
right.
we're having a conversation.
But that's why I want her to be in the story longer. But that's
same.
not necessarily a friend. Is that
Right.
the conversations can be more meaningful because they'll be limited in their
right. I certainly
capacity.
don't want her to end up subservient to Sid.
No.
And that's where I feel like she could be a fun, like, you know, like occupy a new position within the large group of girls that are all obsessed with Sid, right? Because she's sort of like a different alpha, you know?
Yes. Oh, very different. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, really cool stuff making Alpha's story now come
Right.
all the way back around to being relevant and having it have nothing to do with Sid directly in that he's not invested in that part of the story here. So we can have them actually struggle and deal with the whole, you know, Knights of Rounds things, which is then fun because then it's like, oh, Sid becomes even more of a hero because he's now set them on the path to then use their
Right.
power to combat the cult.
Oh, yeah.
Which is what they believe he's there to do anyway. So it's like,
Yep. While also giving the info about all this craziness that's been happening to Alexia and Oriana.
so they can bring that to everybody else.
And Beta, because Beta is definitely not a part of Shadow Garden.
No.
Yeah.
But yes, good stuff to ponder and to follow up on in the next episode. But yeah, let's keep going and
Yes.
plumb the depths, if you will. Yeah. But all right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link up here. You can check out full-length timer reactions there as well, and any level of support gets you access to our Discord, where you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.